Absolutely. Here it is. Could you tell me how many popular places tourists usually visit in your city? Take your time, and when you're ready, go ahead and answer.
Okay.
Take your time. Once you're ready, just share your answer, and we'll move on to the next question. I'm here whenever you need.
There are many places, such as el Parque Néstor Urbano Tenorio, um,
That's a good start. You're
San
giving a
Cipriano, Los Tubos, Playa Dorada, Ladrilleros, La Bocana, and Monoters.
That's great. You're naming some really nice, well-known places. You can just keep going if you want, or if you feel ready, I can ask you the next question. Just let me know.
Next question, please.
Of course. Here's the next question. Can you tell me if there are more unsafe neighborhoods than before? Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, there aren't more unsafe neighborhoods than before.
Thanks for your answer. That was clear. Now let's move on to the next question. Do you know if there are many traditional dishes visitors should try? Take your time and let me know.
Of course, there are many traditional dishes visitors should try, such as triple, pusandao,
That
soup of eggs, and rice with coconut.
perfect. Those are really classic dishes, and it's great that you named them. All right, let's keep going. The next question is, could you tell me if there are several types of traditional music in the city? Whenever you're ready.
Um, yes, there are several types of traditional music in the city. They are chirimía, they they are curulao, abosao, and juga.
Excellent. Those are really great examples of traditional music styles. You're doing really well. Now let's move on to the next question. Do you know how many folklore traditions are still practiced nowadays? Take your time.
Okay, there are too many folklore traditions in my city. If we talk about the music and typical dance, we have to mention El Curulao, which is a typical dance. And if we talk about music, we have to talk about el bunde, la juga, la contradanza y la jota.
That was really well done. You gave great examples and connected both events and music traditions. Nice job. Now let's go on to the next one. Can you tell me what time the traffic starts? Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Okay, for these days, there are too many traffic in the city because there are several civil wars, but the traffic starts at the same time that in other cities by at 12 o'clock and 6 p.m.
That was really good. You explained the situation clearly. Just a small note, you can say civil works or maybe construction projects to be a bit clearer. But overall, great job. Now, next question. How many places can I visit in the city? Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, there aren't enough places, but we can visit El Parque Néstor Urbano Tenorio and we can go to many beaches around the city, around Buenaventura City.
That was really nice. You gave a clear picture of some key places to visit. Great job. Now let's go to the next question. How many beaches are there in the city? Take your time with your answer.
Okay, there are many beaches. There are more than 30 beaches around the city.
Perfect. That was really clear. You gave a good sense of how many beaches there are. Now let's move on. Would you tell me if there are many typical drinks in the city of Buenaventura? Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yes, there are. There are many typical drinks in the city of Buenaventura. Um, Their names are biche, crema de biche, curao,
That was
what
great.
else? Jugo de borojó, tumbacatre, tomaseca. Almost all of these drinks I mentioned before are used um, for sexual practice.
Exactly. That was a really clear explanation. You listed a nice variety of drinks. Now, for the next question, do you know how many cultural activities there are in the city of Buenaventura? Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, there are many cultural activities, but I will mention three of them. The first one is whale watching. The other is visit the nature reserve San Cipriano. And the last one, but not least, is visit the Cathedral of Buenaventura.
That was really nice. You gave a good snapshot of cultural activities and it was really clear. Now, let's go to the next one. Can you tell me about the crime rate in the city? Take your time with your answer.
Okay, in my city during the month, um, mm, take place at least one murder.
I see. Thank you for sharing that. I know that's a tough topic, and I really appreciate you being open about it. If you'd like, we can move on to another question or focus on something else. Just let me know.
Okay, I want to add something. I think that there should be less murders in my city.
Of course, that makes a lot of sense. You could say something like, I think there should be fewer murders in my city, or I hope that the crime rate decreases soon. If you'd like, I can help you rephrase or add anything else.
The other question, please.
Of course. The next question is, can you tell me how many robberies take place in the city? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and answer.
Okay, there are too many robberies in my city during the month. Some of them are not reported. We normally find news about backpacks, motorcycles, and cell phones stolen.
That's a really clear answer. Thank you for sharing that. You explained the kinds of things being taken really well. If you're ready, we can move on to the next question.
Next question, please.
Of course. Then ready, go ahead and answer.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Let me know your thoughts whenever you're ready.
But I want you to do it with your voice.
Absolutely. I'll ask it again with my voice. Here it is. Can you tell me if there are enough streetlights in the city? Take your time, and whenever you're ready, you can respond.
Okay. No, there aren't. There aren't enough streetlights in my city. I think we need more streetlights to avoid traffic accidents.
That was really clear. You explained the problem well, and I think your point about needing more streetlights to prevent accidents is really important. Great job. If you're ready, we can move on to the next question or wrap up. Just let me know.
Next question, please.
Of course. The next question is, could you tell me what the most common place to visit in Buenaventura is? Take your time, and when you're ready, you can answer.
Okay. The most common place to visit in Buenaventura is el Parque Néstor Urbano Tenorio because, as I mentioned before, in my city there aren't enough places to visit.
That was really good. You gave a clear answer and tied it back to what you said earlier. Nice job. Now, the last question is, would you tell me which place you visit most often? Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Okay. Before to continue, I want to mention that we need more places to visit in my city. I want to add that.
Absolutely. That's a really important point. You can definitely add that before your final answer. So once you make that addition, you can then share which place you visit most often. Let me know if you want me to help you phrase it.
Okay. Um, I almost always visit the Éxito in my city or el Parque Nacional Urbano Tenorio.
That was great. You added that really smoothly. You mentioned a couple of favorite places, and I think that really rounds out your answer. If you'd like to practice anything else or have more questions, just let me know.
No, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad I could help. If you ever want to do more practice or work on other skills, just let me know.
Can you give me a feedback, please?
Of course. I thought you did a really great job overall. Your answers were clear and you gave specific examples, which is awesome. Couple of small things, sometimes just keep an eye on word order, like in indirect questions, but your grammar and vocabulary were strong. So really good job. Just keep practicing and you'll get even more confident.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad it was helpful. If you ever want to practice again or go over something else, I'm here. Just let me know.
Okay, tutor and classmate, that was my chat. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate your company. This is Cristina Lopez Cárdenas.